This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can find all the cards in this video in their store by using the links in the description below. Hello everyone, here's another Karlov Manor draft. Pretty good pack. This card, horrible and limited, but pretty interesting what it's doing to other formats right now, like Modern. Forensic Gadgeteer is great. I have already had it once before, and yeah, I mean, it's insane in the blue-red deck because you investigate a bunch, but it's also just good in any blue deck because you end up with clues. So we've also got Torch the Witness, which is a really, really good removal spell. Gadget Technician and Sanguine Savior, both nice. Disguise creatures. Fae Flight's pretty nice. Inside Source is a strong common, but yeah, I think we take Gadgeteer here. Well, you could take back-to-back clue build-arounds. Case of the Filched Falcon. Could also just take, like, Unscrupulous Agent, which I think is pretty good. Bullrat Clan Basher isn't bad. This pack's not a great one compared to our first one especially. I mean, if I go blue-red, this is pretty good, but, you know, if I don't, it's not very good, is the overall thing there. But, you know, it might have the highest ceiling of all these things. I think I'll take it. Okay. Bad Mythic. Furtive Career's okay. Also another clue card. You know, it's okay even when you don't have clues. When you do, it gets better because it'll be unblockable sometimes. I do like Clandestine Meddler. You know, blue-black would be kind of a weird spot for it because we're probably not going to be, like, super aggressive. But, you know, it is good. But I'd probably just stay blue for now. I haven't really seen any great reasons to do anything else so far. So I could consider taking this. I'm still not super sure how I feel about it. But, you know, in blue-white, you do end up with enough detectives for it to do stuff. I just don't love that it doesn't do anything, like, when you play it. I wish it put a counter on a detective you already had in play, too, you know. Fairy Snoop is pretty good. You know, just good stats and a nice ability. Dramatic Accusation's not bad if we just want to keep taking blue cards. I mean, it's certainly not a bad one. And I'm not, like, super enthused about either of these, so I think that is where I'm going to go. Okay. All right, Tunnel Tipster's pretty good. I think it is what we take here. Just, you know, nice mana creature. It's basically Werebear, if you played back in Odyssey. A 2-mana 1/1 that adds green, and then in the later game it's like a 4/4. Case of the Shattered Pact is interesting, but yeah, I think Tipster is the best card in this pack. I like it more than the Sprite. Might mean we don't play our Case of the Filched Falcon, but, you know, I'll be okay if we don't. Bubble Smuggler, perfectly fine. The rest of this pack is not great. Auspicious Arrival is probably the best card if we wanted to think about being, like, blue-white aggro. I think I'll just take the Smuggler, though. This does, like, disguise creatures, so picking those up has a little bit of extra value. You know, I don't hate Burden of Proof in terms of, like, especially if we end up in blue-white, which is still a possibility, especially with a Market Watch Phantom still sitting around. Analyst is okay. You know, blue-green's supposed to be a graveyard deck, and it does set those things up while, you know, occasionally ramping your mana. It's probably what I'm supposed to take. I mean, if I had a bunch of detectives already, I might consider going that route, but we've only got one, so I think I just take Aftermath Analyst for now. Okay, Reasonable Doubt's not bad. We've also got some fixing. I don't like it as much as the Clue or the Clue Land or the Evolving Wilds, but it is fixing. I'd probably just take Reasonable Doubt, though. Not big on Jaded Analyst. It is a detective. I mean, if we go in that direction, it's not bad. I'm sort of considering the case. You know, it's not terrible fixing. But I guess we'll go ahead and take the analyst. I haven't been super enthused with this pack in general. The haunch isn't bad. Like, none of our picks nothing has been very exciting. I don't think in this first pack. Lots of medium stuff. Does feel like we're probably not going to pull off the filched falcon. But we'll see. Yeah, Gravestone Strider's probably the best bet for us here. It is an artifact, you know, so I don't like magnifying glass at all, but the tracker's okay. It is an artifact, so, you know, it works with our gadgeteer for what that's worth. There's another one if we really want it. Okay, so Barbed Servitor is interesting. I do really, really want to play with Living Conundrum. I could try to force it here. That seems a little bit dangerous, though. If I'd picked up a bunch of Self-Mill and not just Aftermath Analyst in that first pack, I think I'd be tempted. But I don't have enough going on to feel like forcing it would result in anything good. I don't think the Servitor's great, especially if you're not already in black. Like, it's not a card that pulls you into black, like, at all. You know, it does create a fun little mini game where it just attacks every turn and your opponent says, well, do I want to take damage or let you draw a card? But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about Case of the Trampled Garden. I've been pretty impressed with it overall. And I think it is what I'm going to take here. Okay. Well, yeah, so we have Ezrim here. We've already got one white card. You know, giving up our green cards isn't ideal, but Ezrim is really, really, really strong. Makes me wish I'd leaned a little more into blue-white. You know, I do like our green cards. None of them are insane. And maybe we don't end up going that way. Maybe the draft changes on us. But I think we have to take Ezrim. Like, he's too good. You know, huge flyer that is very hard to kill. Gives up clues for value and whatnot. Always like shock, but, you know, that's probably not where we are. So, yeah, we're probably blue-white, which the haunch is fine, you know, if we're going to play blue-white. Another artifact, too. Assemble the Players is really here for, like, a black-white deck. Like, our deck could use it, I guess, but if you can't consistently get cards out of it, it gets a lot worse. I guess we'll take Crime Stopper Sprite here. Get ourselves a detective. Okay. Curious Inquiry's not terrible. I think we probably take the Technician. It's not nearly as good when you can't just cast it regularly, but it's still pretty good when you can only cast it as, you know, a disguised creature. Here's another one. Don't hate either of these white cards. This one's another artifact, and it's a clue. I think Technician is probably still just the better card, though. Yeah. I kind of doubt we play 2 Gravestone Striders. We might play 1. You know, they're not the worst fixing in the world. Every now and then we might get to play a face-up Gadget Technician. All right, I'm pretty happy with Granite Witness. And I think I like Projector Inspector more than Forensic Researcher in our deck. Makes me wish I'd taken that detective case. We're kind of could end up in a world where we end up playing Case of the Filched Falcon. Right now we're not there, but we've gotten closer the way... I guess none of the detective stuff we've actually gotten makes clues now that I think about it, so maybe we're not that much closer. We'll take another Smuggler here. Okay. Accusation's an okay removal spell. Criminologist is an okay creature. I'd probably go for the okay removal spell over the okay creature. Another reasonable doubt. Crowd Control Warden is technically something we could try to play, but we'd probably just take the Criminologist now. Our deck got more interesting in this pack, at least. Nothing else, you know. Take a Phantom here. Yeah, we don't really have the detective payoffs one wants. Okay, you know, we might consider playing it. Don't really like hotshot investigators, though, unfortunately. So here's a powerful card to splash. Right now, the only fixing we have is Gravestone Strider, so that's not necessarily where I want to go. But it is really, really good. I would need to pick up, you know, probably one more source of fixing to feel okay about playing it. The Researcher's not bad. I do like Auspicious Arrival. Technician. I mean, I think we take Coerce to Kill in the end here. Ooh. Okay, so this pack is kind of annoying. Because we have Case of the Pilfered Proof, but then we just have, like, this amazing 2-drop in. And it has Private Eye. Like, this has everything in it that we want. I think you still got to take 10th District Hero. It's just too good. Like, yeah, the synergy on Private Eye and the synergy on Case of Pilfered Proof is tempting, but this is a 2-drop that becomes a problem really quickly in lots of games. I mean, I think we have to take it. Hopefully one of those other things wheels. I do like this. We're not, like, crazy good at going wide, but I do like it. And I like it a little more than Fuss and Bother. I do like Fuss and Bother a lot, though. But, yeah, we'll take the Case here. Sudden Setback. This isn't a land that helps us at all. Yeah, so I think we just take Sudden Setback here. Oh, actually, we have Inside Source. That's better. Yeah, we'll take Inside Source. Case File Auditor. We definitely don't have enough cases, right? We have 2. It's not quite enough, I don't think. There's another Granite Witness. Unauthorized Exit isn't bad. I might grab the Auditor. I mean, 2 cases isn't terrible. And the Witness is probably still better. Well, I don't really want any of these cards for our deck. I'll take Sanctuary Wall. Cryptex is bad. Jaded Analyst isn't especially good, but it is what we'll take. Don't think we're going to get the fixing we need for Coerce to Kill. Yeah, we're not much of a synergy deck, but it's probably okay. We don't have enough clues for that. But overall, I think our deck looks pretty decent. Yeah, Furtive Courier, Unauthorized Exit. I'd probably go for another Courier here. Yeah, I mean, if we had good fixing, I could splash this too, but yeah, we'll take the Researcher. We do get Case of the Pilfered Proof back, and I think we're going to give it a try here. I do like Projector Inspector. I probably like it more, but our deck does have a lot of detectives in it, so, you know. Yeah, we've got 10 of them. So, if there's a deck that's going to work in, it's this one. It's kind of a bummer this doesn't start out as a detective, but I guess the flavor, the story they want to tell is that he becomes one, which is what he does with this second mode, but first activated ability, rather, but yeah. Not really doing that. Not playing a Griffknot Tracker either, but it's more likely. I wonder if I want to run like one Gravestone Strider just so I can cast this occasionally instead of playing it as a disguise creature, but I don't know. Would have been nice to get Private Eye and all that, but, you know, we sort of figured out what we're doing a little late. Okay, so what our curve actually looks like versus what it looks like. You know, what it, yeah. Okay. Have some trim, have some cutting to do for sure. Criminologist doesn't seem great in the deck, and lowering our curve a little more doesn't seem like a bad idea. We definitely are not running 3 mountains. We're only going to run 0 mountains, in fact. We might be able to get away with 8 and 8. It's a little risky. You know, Ezrim needs double both. But we do have a pretty low curve. And even, you know, the disguised creatures we have mostly turn up for cheap. So yeah, cut the Criminologists. Yeah, we're not going to do anything that exciting with Gadgeteer, but it'll be fine. We've got artifacts, a few of them, and clues, a few of them. Kind of have to leave Jaded Analyst in. We didn't end up with as many 2-drops as one would normally like. I'm probably going to cut this tracker. And then I think we can get away with 8 and 8. Yeah. All right. Works for me, I think. You know, we did end up with... Did we end up with 3 cases that we're playing, or just 2? 2, just 2. Okay. A third one would have made me really sad that I didn't grab the case payoff creature. Okay. Looks fine. Might get to play our Case of the Pilfered Proof on turn 2. I don't hate the idea of doing that. If our opponent's having a really quick start, I don't think we do. But, you know, this coming down as a 2-4 is pretty legit. So, yeah, let's just go for it. Is it better to actually add to the board? Maybe. But... now we play Researcher. Enters with a counter. Drawing another detective would be cool. Oh, there's a detective. Alright, so I guess I could play one smuggler face up and another one face down. Is that actually worth it? Probably not. So I could also play Ezrim now, but having the mana up to protect him from removal seems pretty good, and I only have to wait a turn to do it. So, yeah. Let's just play Bubble Smuggler and pass here. He'll enter as a 6/6, which is pretty nice. And, yeah. They're just going to fix their mana, which... ah, so they probably have Nib Mizzet, huh? Probably, if you're going 5 colors, that's probably what it means. So I think I'm actually going to attack with this. I can't imagine they block, and if they do, I'm perfectly okay with the trade. And then in our second main phase, we play Ezrim. Yeah, we'll just do 2. Then we'll play Ezrim as a 6/6 flyer. Now we have our mana up for protecting him. You think they just slam Niv Mizzet on turn 5 here? That would be pretty annoying. Not gonna lie. One more detective and this gets going with solved, and that might be next turn. Looks to me like they have removal, but they realize that they can't really use it. Yeah, Wisp Drinker's annoying. Okay. Well, I think we just attack with Ezrim here. Then we play our Analyst, who will be a 4/3. And I think a face-down Bubble Smuggler. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Okay. So I guess they're going to try to get rid of Ezrim here. No, they're going to get rid of Researcher. Well, in response, we will untap a permanent, which will allow us to still protect Ezrim. Unless they cast removal in response, I guess. That would be the... They have all 5 colors now. Okay. Well, do I just rumble with Ezrim again? Probably, yeah. And we play Inside Source. I guess I could have... Nah, I wouldn't have been able to crack a clue. I don't quite have that much mana. Crack a clue to let this attack is what I mean. So even if it's Niv Mizzet, we just play Dramatic Accusation and we'll be fine, more or less. Yeah, the life drain is a little annoying right now. I could shuffle it away, I guess. They're tapped out. I think that means I want to crack a clue here. Yeah. Okay. Lots of smallish creatures over there. I think I'm probably just supposed to... Do I crack a clue first so my Analyst can attack and then put Dramatic Accusation on, like, Wisp Drinker, and then all they have to block with are 2/2s? That seems pretty good. And then I still have 1 clue and 1 mana left. Yeah. So let's crack a clue. We don't have anything in our graveyard. Alright, so yeah, then we play Dramatic Accusation on Wisp Drinker. Then we attack with all of these things. Yeah, trades are the best they can do. And this will set up our evidence for next turn, which is nice. Man, they're going all out on this block. I mean, they have to some extent, but I don't know if I would double block Jaded Analyst. Maybe you're supposed to. So we wipe their board, basically. Drop them to 4. Have Crime Stopper Sprite ready to collect evidence next turn. Seems pretty good. Ezrim is still safe. Okay. Not sure what's happening, but they're going to try to fight my creature. I could still give him hexproof, though. They're just conceding, basically. Maybe they have another removal spell, I guess, but then they're still dead. All right. Well, yeah, Ezrim pretty much won us that one. I mean, that's what's going to happen, generally speaking. When you play a huge flyer that their removal is blank against. Case of Pilfered Proof was pretty good in that game, too. I mean, I think there are some games in this format where you just can't. I think if you're on the play, playing that on turn 2 isn't too terrible, but if we'd been up against a deck that played like a 1-drop and a 2-drop, and that's what we did with our turn 2, would have sucked. But we didn't have to do that. You know, we had the Smugglers, which we could have played to like try to trade them off. All right, this looks fine. Don't have double blue right now, at least not naturally. Our researcher can kind of make it for us. I'm mentioning that because of our technician, which will need double blue to turn face up. Guess the opponent mulliganed. They like Ixalan, huh? We've got a Dino Pet, a Dino Avatar, and Ixalan sleeves. What am I going to play next turn? I have 3 options, obviously. Okay. I'm sort of leaning towards Projector Inspector because getting the looting going is pretty good. Researcher can ramp our mana, which is pretty nice. Oh, I can actually attack this turn, too, if I loot. And I don't hate trading Analyst for Phantom. I mean, I do need to keep creatures in play, kind of, because of Case of the Gateway Express, but yeah, let's play the Inspector, get to looting. We'll discard our planes. We have double blue now. Yeah, we're okay with that trade. We're also okay with doing 3, which looks like the option they chose. Okay. Well, got some options here. I could play this and then attack with both. That might just be best. Probably is. Because they're both really good attacks right now. So, yeah. Let's just play the Researcher. We will discard, I guess, a Plains again. Attack them for 6. Next turn, we can play this face down and flip it up, or play this as a removal spell, or play this face down and then a removal spell. Many options. Might potentially solve this. I guess I would need a cheap detective to make that happen, though, and not have my researcher die here. Yeah, that is less good. Yeah, they just sort of leveled our board. I would attack if I were them. There's nothing for one blue that'll blow them out. I mean, you're going to get in for one damage. It's not like it's amazing, but yeah. We can start tapping their stuff. Yeah. So, do I just want to attack with Forensic Researcher here? It's kind of funny. But probably leaving up the tap ability is better, I would think. Yeah. So let's play this face down. Whoa, auto tapper. What are you trying to do to me? It was trying to not leave 2 blue mana up. I guess this potentially transforming is kind of bad news, but I could play Smuggler face up here too. That doesn't really seem worth it to me. Flipping this seems like our best play. Yeah. And leaving this ability up seems reasonable too. Oh, I could have played this face down. Maybe that was better. Just 2 disguised creatures instead of leaving up mana to transform or to flip this. There's a really good chance they have a trick here. So I don't really think it's worth trying to block with this. Turn it face up and try to kill Seasoned Consultant. Okay. They didn't attack. I'll take it. So Case of the Gateway Express is going to kill something. So yeah, let's go ahead and tap down Market Watch Phantom here. And then we'll kill Pompous Gadabout. Yeah. We will tap down Market Watch Phantom. Then we will play... Do I want to face up Granite Witness? Not this turn. Yeah. So let's play Granite Witness face down. I guess there's no reason I need to do that now. Yeah, and then we attack with all 3 because it'll transform this. Transform. You know what I mean. But yeah, I think we want to play Witness here. Yeah, that's big. But I'm not too worried about it. Does that just let me do lethal with flyers? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. So let's turn this face up. We will tap Hazda Vigilante. Play our Haunch. Equip our Haunch. And attack him for 8. Nice. Didn't need our Ezrim that time. Okay, well, we've got a pilfered-proof hand, but we're not on the play, which scares me a little bit to try to play it before I start playing other things, you know, playing my detectives. I might still give it a try, though. Alright, they didn't play anything on turn 1, which makes me a little more confident about it. Don't play anything on turn 2, and I'll feel really confident about it. They do, but it's not the most alarming thing. I think we just go for it. Because, like, 3-4 Gadgeteer, 4-3 Analyst, like, that's pretty legit. We haven't run into, like, a white aggro deck. I guess the last deck was a little aggressive, but... yeah, a flyer is kind of annoying. Alright. So yeah, we go with Gadgeteer now. I wish I had one more blue mana, so next turn I could play Analyst and leave up Reasonable Doubt. That would feel pretty good. Might just have removal, given their colors, but it would take their turn, basically, to remove a 3-4. Yeah, that's annoying. I might just have to remove that. I probably do. This would be a 4-3. Yeah, I think we just remove it with Dramatic Accusation. It's just going to do too much damage too fast. Playing this as a 4-3 is going to feel pretty good if they, you know, this is what their board still looks like next turn. Okay, interesting. I have different options here now. I do get a clue out of this. If I play it face up. It would be a 4-3 flyer. Then do I just not attack this turn? And crack a clue? Because if I don't attack, I have some pretty reasonable blocks here. The other option is playing Analyst and leaving up Reasonable Doubt. A 4-3 is also a pretty reasonable blocker, but... yeah, I think face-up Granite Witness is better, though. Especially because we get that clue. But yeah, I think we have to go on the defensive a little bit here. The only thing I don't like about doing that is... if they have removal here, it's going to hurt. But I think it's our best bet. Alright, they are going to tap down both our creatures and hit us for 7. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, they tap down both. We go to 5 here. Okay. Well, I probably just need to do the thing that adds the most bodies to the board. I should be able to block reasonably well next turn, is the good news. So yeah, let's play our Analyst. This will also solve our case. And then do I want to play the Courier? Yeah, 3-2 is a better blocker right now, so I do. We're still in trouble here, obviously. But if we can make it to our next turn and our stuff untaps, things are going to feel a little better. Yeah, they can drop us to 3, for sure. If they attack with all three, I block Alley Assailant with Courier and Smuggler with Analyst. Wonder what that is. Do I want to attack with the Courier here? Looting is pretty nice. You are, in fact, not a detective. Definitely attack with that. It's just a question of beyond that, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to rumble with the Courier, too. Is my life too low to do that? Probably. It probably is. Yeah. So... just face-up Phantom is pretty good, but honestly... Reasonable Doubt seems like it's got a good shot at being pretty good here. So I'm considering face-down Phantom, but honestly... I'd probably just play another big flyer here. Just play it face up. As unexciting as it is. It puts him under more pressure. Gives us another very real body. You know, 6 mana, 4/3 flyer is not usually where you want to be, but it's where we are. Leaving up Reasonable Doubt. I guess we'll see whether or not we're going to have a shot at countering something here. Escape Tunnel when I'm at 3 is not really what I want to see. Right now, they can't kill me with it, but wouldn't it be that hard for them to find a way to do it either? They're not very far from pulling it off. Okay. Gadget Technician's pretty good here because I can give me a surprise additional blocker. Okay. So we definitely attack with Granite Witness. Do we attack with a Phantom too? Don't really think we can. So bummer they can kill our Granite Witness now as well. What happens if I swing with everything here? Bad things, I think. Mostly. Yeah, I think we just attack with Witness. Okay, I like that they took it. I didn't really see that coming. So we'll play face down Technician here. This lets us leave up Reasonable Doubt and the ability to turn this face up and make another flying blocker out of nowhere. So I think that works out pretty well for us. Right. Yeah, I mean, 2 mana for 3 counters is a pretty good deal. I don't think we've solved it every game that we've played it, but we also, I don't think, have ever gotten a clue out of it at this point, so... Reasonable Doubt has a shot at giving us lethal, depending on what happens here. Because making, like, one of our flyers a suspect, you know, might make it unblockable. Oh. And they can pay for Reasonable Doubt, even. That's brutal. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad I have 10th District Hero who's going to come down and become huge right away, but I'm a little scared about what they might have in store for us. Okay, nothing. Alright, so let's play 10th District Hero. And yeah, we can do this all at instant speed, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can. So we will pass the turn. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Because I can leave up reasonable doubt and still collect evidence. Yeah. Glad I held on to that. Well, okay. That's no fun. We will counter that. We're going to submit 0. That was a Mistway spy. It's still worth doing this because he makes all of my other permanents indestructible, so... And it's not like we don't have plenty of evidence in our graveyard. Alright, so we'll pass. Let's hope they brick on their draw like we just did. So our other creatures become indestructible, incidentally. They can shuffle it into my deck, you know, if that's really what they want to do. I think we play this face down. Having it face up, though, a 4-3 is just so much better. Yeah. Yeah, let's just play it face up. I could have played it face down, and then I could threaten to like tap something down or whatever. But yeah, they're gonna shuffle our hero back into our deck. At least we make them do it, because you know now we have the chance of drawing it again. Okay. Oh, good. All right, that was a pretty good draw. So let's crack this clue right away. So Lazov, when it attacks, can exile something and investigate, and then they can sack a clue and make it into a copy of something. I think that just means I'm dead, right? Because they'll exile, like, a flyer and kill me. Yeah, we're dead. What a bummer. I don't like it when games come down to top deck mode like that, but, you know, it happens. Yeah. I had to draw something else, and I didn't do it. Exactly dead to Lazov. Okay. Pretty good hand. You know, we don't have a normal 2-drop, but we can counter something on turn 2, so I can live with it. And we have, you know, the strongest card in our deck and another really good card. I mean, if we can just draw lands, like 2 planes, let's say, and go Reasonable Doubt on turn 2, Gadgeteer on turn 3, Witness on 4, because it'll give us a clue, and then Ezrim, like, that's pretty good. I guess I might not be able to protect Ezrim right away, but other than that, that would be a pretty good sequence. I like that they didn't play a 1-drop. And I'm probably going to get to counter a 2-drop here. It is not the most exciting 2-drop, but I probably am still supposed to do it because I'm not going to have mana up anytime soon. So we will go ahead and do it. So, yeah, we want to play the Gadgeteer so that we can start making clues. Didn't draw a land, which is what we needed to do to start making clues. Do I want to play the Courier here? Technician's actually pretty good, too. Yeah, let's play the Technician. Yeah, they're having a pretty good start over there. Okay. I like that I drew a land. Does that mean I play face up? Granite Witness? Probably, yeah. I like clues. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Do I take 3? Probably, yeah. That Hazda Vigilante is a problem, because it's going to keep putting counters on things. I think this turn I play Dramatic Accusation on the Vigilante. Well, we're going to attack for 3 first. But yeah, play Accusation on the Vigilante and then leave mana up to turn this face up. Crovad Haunch. They're going to make that person of interest even more interesting. Or do that. Yeah, that's a lot of pretty good attacks right there. Okay. Forensic Gadgeteer is not doing a whole lot right now. I think it's probably supposed to give itself up for the cause here. Question is whether I also want to block this, because right now they can't, at least they can't pay the mana to get the bodies. Well, they'd have to sacrifice it anyway. Don't really want to take 8. Yeah, we'll go ahead and block. Need to draw land. I do not, but I don't hate Granite Witness number 2 here. It's actually pretty good. Just turning it face up is pretty good. I could consider playing Ezrim without the mana. You only untap creatures, right? It's not a terrible idea. But it's not an amazing one either. Let's attack them for 4 here. Then we'll play face down Granite Witness. And end our turn. So because they have all these buff effects that they want to use, being able to tap a creature is going to be a pretty good tempo play, I think. I think they're just doing that so their Surveil is a little better. All right, now it's Ezrim time. And we're pretty close to lethal anyway. What you got? Well, you're going to make me discard my Furtive Courier. I mean, we just take 4 here. I think they have a sweeper. There is one. It would kind of stink if they did. You can't gain enough life to not be dead, though. I can hit you for 11 and 12 in the air. Yeah, I was going to say, that's not going to be enough. Sometimes you have to play Ezrim when you don't have the mana up, but we were able to pressure them enough with our gargoyles and stuff that it was like, might as well wait, you know. Just having that mana up is nuts. Ugh. I mean, it's not the worst hand ever. I don't have any 2-drops, which isn't great. I can play the Technician face down, and I can play the Researcher, and drawing white isn't that far afield, but man. I mean, if I knew there was a Plains on top of my deck, I'd keep this hand, because I could at least play turn 2, 10th District Hero. If our opponent's an aggro deck, like, we're just going to be dead, you know. Going down to 6 is so much worse, but we're on the draw. I think it's worth doing here. All right, this is better, I think. Not markedly better, but better. Ugh. I can luckily kill that in, like, the relatively near future, but we could have used one of those. So yeah, play a detective here, attack for 2. Okay, they're only going to attack for 1. I can live with it a little more. So, do I want to play my Case of the Gateway Express and just kill Perimeter Enforcer now? Or do I want to play face down Bubble Smuggler? I think face down Smuggler's fine. We have drawn more lands than I would like. Like, I have enough for the whole game now, thank you. Ugh. Yeah, that's a real good card. Buff their Enforcer. Yeah. I'm going to have to kill the Enforcer next turn, of course. Luckily, it'll only be a 2-2, so I'll be able to do it. I think I end my turn there, though. Yeah. Don't love how this is looking, especially if they start. They kind of look like they have a better version of our deck, basically. You know, all the synergy that we didn't get, they have. Well, okay. Am I down with the trade here? Yeah. Now I can't. Now I don't have the option. So, face down witness seems fine here. Not exciting, but fine. And then we'll end the turn. Next turn I'll play this face down, and Furtive Courier seems decent. Make them pay the ward first. Trade. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, play this face down again. Play Furtive Courier. All right. They just wanted to do that to hit me for 2 here, I guess. That's a lot of effort to swing for 2. So we're going to attack with our Furtive Courier, which lets us loot. And we'll get rid of the planes. Then we'll play Inside Source. Furtive Courier number 2. We can still turn this face up to tap something or untap something at some point, which is nice. It's not completely useless. Our board's better, but the situation is better overall for them. I mean, I definitely block with Inside Source. Good chance that they have a trick, but I think I'm okay with it if they use one here. Alright. Kinda didn't see it going that way. We do get a clue out of the deal, and we still have a creature in our hands, so I'm not super alarmed just yet. We would need... Yeah, we don't quite have enough mana to turn it face up the turn we played anyway. So we'll go ahead and crack our clue here. Oh, hello. Yeah, we definitely play 10th District Hero. And definitely leave our mana up. Wonder what their face-down creature is. A smuggler would be pretty annoying. We definitely take it, you know. Looks like it is, in fact, a smuggler. Ow. Attack him for 4. So we play this face down. Yeah. We don't quite have the mana to turn it face up, but I think I can block and then use this ability and make it indestructible. It's a little risky because if they have a lot of things, then we're in trouble. But I think they might just have removal for our hero anyway, which would be sad. I guess if they have it, they may as well wait till I try to block with the face down card and ooh, yeah, that's not really what I wanted to see here. Our life total is far too low for 3 Thopters. We can do a bunch of damage, I guess, except not really, because it's not like we're in a spot where we can attack. Alright, so... Whew. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna lose this one. Did we lose the other game where we got our board? Yeah, we lost another game to a board sweeper too. Yeah, we did. Just remembered that. Trying to think. I guess drawing one of our flyers would help a lot, but obviously enough we don't have one of those right now. I could attack with this, drop them to 11. Then I have to block with Maleva, though. I have to block the smuggler with Maleva. Yeah, so I don't think we really can. Go to 3. So yeah, we need to draw a flyer, basically, to have any hope at all. I guess one of our Granite Witnesses would be particularly good. And we haven't gotten either of them yet, because it would let me tap one and deter attacks at the same time. That is not exactly what you're hoping to draw here. So yeah, we're dead. Sweepers are hard to beat when your opponent knows they have them. Of course, kind of an annoying thing is against both of our opponents, they played a sweeper, and they didn't really have anything else. Like, it was a fairly symmetrical use of a sweeper, but they just drew better than we did after the sweeper. So it was like... It was never a case where we, like, overcommitted to the board and... the sweeper hurt us way, way, way more than it hurt our opponent. It was both times it was like, that was like their desperation move, but then they drew better than we did and they beat us. So that is often how it goes after a sweeper. Okay, I think this is a keeper. You know, we've got a 2-drop. Good chance it dies, but, you know, we have one. And, you know, a 2-3 on turn 2 is not nothing. We need to draw a 3rd land pretty badly, but I think if we can do that, we'll manage to feel okay about stuff. Well, Ezrim's not an ideal draw this early, but... Well, time to find out if this just gets countered. Doesn't look like it. If I can play Projector Inspector, I can potentially set up transforming this or collecting evidence it anyway next turn. Okay. So the other option is that I use Dramatic Accusation here. I mean, I have a bunch of options, really. I could play Granite Witness face down. I think looting is probably what we want to do, because it'll let us set up, collect evidence, while also just digging us deeper in our library, which is what we want. Do I want to trade 10th District Hero here, though? Is that just better? It might be. It's not bad, honestly. I mean, trading a 2-drop for a 3-drop, the tempo's pretty good. Does this have more potential? Sure, but I think it's an okay trade. I wish I had a trick to punish them trying to trade, but then they might not trade. You know, Gadgeteer's not a terrible thought either, but I think looting is just going to be better for us right now. We need to find another island, is for one thing. Alright, so I think we probably discard a Phantom here. More removal's not bad. Then I probably try to trade here. I'm a little jealous of being able to cast their gadget technicians, unlike us. Face up Granite Witness seems fine here. Do I kind of wish I could play like a Gadgeteer first so I could get a clue? Yeah, but I think just playing this face up is fine. I don't think we've lost yet when we've cast Ezrim, so maybe we'll get there. Fair enough. Yeah, we just didn't really have the time to make that happen. We have a lot of cards and a lot of mana. Okay, so now we've got Ezrim ready to go. So that was a pretty good draw. Double Dramatic Accusation is what we can do on our next turn. You know, we are in a spot where it's not okay. Them sacking a clue here is a good sign, but I was gonna say it's not impossible that they can get around Ezrim. No, yeah, Ezrim is kind of unbeatable when you play it on 6 mana. Makes me feel a little bad, but you know, it's not like I won't lose to bombs in this format to even things out. Okay, us on the play means I can keep this, plus of course we have our, you know, our game ender in our opening hand. It would be a better opening hand if we had a 2-drop, because then it's more likely we get to our game ender, but we do have a couple cards that, you know, we have stuff to play on 3, and our opponent didn't play anything on 1, which is good. Inside Source isn't bad at getting 1 back ahead from behind either, so. Well, glad they didn't play it on 1 at least. So I think we're probably supposed to play Inspector here and just start looting. Inside Source is a pretty good play as well, but I think I like playing the Inspector. So, we discard an island, I think. I mean, you know, right now we have the mana to cast Ezrim in a couple turns, but we're pretty likely to draw into it again. I could consider discarding something that will get this going, but I actually don't have anything that expensive, so yeah, I think that's fine. We'll keep looting. We'll find mana. Famous last words, but you know, I'm reasonably confident. Rumble for 1. Yep. Here's where Case of the Pilfered Proof is super awkward. We can't really afford to, like, not add anything to the board here. So, so that's what, you know, we're going to have to do. I think I actually attack here and then play Granite Witness face up. I think that's, like, our best play in terms of trying to win this race. I'd probably discard Case of the Pilfered Proof at this point to the loot. So, yeah, we'll attack. Play Witness. Yeah, I think we discard our Case. It's just going to be too slow this game. That does make it easier to play if you have some Projector Inspectors and you can just throw it away when you don't have the time to... Oh, that's bad. So they kill our Granite Witness, attack us for 4. Does mean Crime Stopper Sprite's online now. They aren't going to be able to transform this turn, which is good, but... Alright, so we're going to do some serious looting this turn. Could play Ezrim, but against a black-white opponent, I don't think that's a great plan until I have 1 more mana. So let's play our Crime Stopper Sprite here. And we'll collect evidence to stun this. We will discard a land. What? Oh. Clearly I clicked on no. Good job, me. Good job. Reasonable Doubt's also a super awkward card right now, so we'll throw it away. And yeah, that's really bad, because if I stun that, they're not going to be able to attack me with 3 things this turn, but now they're going to be able to. Obviously, it's what I meant to do. It's one of those things where, like in paper, the right thing would have happened, but I clicked through the prompt clearly and said I didn't want to collect evidence. Whoops. Now it's really going to hurt. I'm going to suffer for my mistake. Do I double block one of these things and then hope like Ezrim can stabilize? It's not a terrible idea. It's probably our best bet right now. So let's try to kill the big one. This is going to transform and make them bigger. Yeah, we just have to... We're finally going to just have to run out Ezrim. I mean, I could consider Inside Source. It's not terrible. But I think running out Ezrim is probably better. You even get to loot, so, you know. Goodbye, Bubble Smuggler. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if we get to untap, we have a pretty good chance. We're far enough on life that, like, we don't have an amazing chance, but low enough on life. Do I trade my Inspector for Gorehound here? Or do they have, like, Case of the Gorgon's Kiss or something? I think we're supposed to take it. But yeah, this is a freaking 3-4. I'm sort of thinking about just attacking with Ezrim and playing Defenestrated Phantom here. Oh, this is actually too big to affect itself with its ability anymore. That's good. What's not good is it will still affect these two with its ability. I could sack a clue and go with Vigilance here. But then I only have one clue left for Hexproof. Well, let's play Inside Source and see what happens, because we're going to get to loot off of it. That might make things easier for us. Or maybe not. I was hoping I'd draw our aura removal spell. Yeah, I think we're supposed to pass, unfortunately. Ezrim's not going to be able to win the race. Ooh, that's bad. I really need to draw removal or something. Yeah, so we go down one more life. They surveil one. They liked what they saw on top of their library. We're going to crack one of these clues, because we really need to draw into something. That isn't what I was hoping for. Aha! That was. The question is whether I want to get rid of Sanctuary Wall or Wisp Drinker Vampire, though. And right now it might be the Vampire because of its ability to give things... Yeah, and I can ignore the first Sanctuary Wall activation, at least. Alright, yeah, so let's play Dramatic Accusation. Put it on Wisp Drinker. Do I attack for 5 here? I think I probably do. Yeah. Because then I'm going to play a ward creature. Yeah. We're going to attack for 5. Wisp Drinker's still going to have its ability. No, yeah, that should be fine. I'm not going to play my ward creature from my hand, though. That much I know. Okay. I don't like that they're looking at my graveyard. They might have pull, which lets them reanimate 2 things from a single graveyard. That would be bad. Or maybe they don't. Hey, there's 10th District Hero showing up at a nice time again. 3, 5, 7. So I could do it now. I'd have to tap out to do it, but I could play it and make the whole board indestructible, potentially. So let's go to combat. I imagine Sanctuary Wall is going to try and stun my Agency Chief. And then it's a question of whether I want to do something about that or not. Wow. Alright, well, we're going to attack. Then we're going to play a 10th District Hero. Just leave our mana up. And end our turn. Okay. I think we just let that happen. A little worried that they chose not to stun, though. They might have a way to finish me off here. It's not impossible. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. Indestructibility doesn't even matter against Massacre Girl. But I might just be able to kill them this turn if they attack us anyway. In fact, it's pretty likely that I do. They can only attack me down to 2 here. So here's the awkward thing, is if I try to upgrade this all the way right now... Oh, okay, they're just going to scoop. If I try to upgrade it all the way, they could stun Ezrim in response. And I don't think I had lethal or anything, but I'm okay with them scooping. So we still haven't lost with Ezrim. In that game, it was looking a little sketchy, but he still managed to turn it around for us. Okay, looks solid enough. Do love that clue land. It's like one of the best, like, uncommon utility lands I think we've seen in a while, between its ability to fix and replace itself. I don't think we play 10th District Hero here. Don't think we play it here either. I could play it and the Haunch, but I think we just play a face-down Granite Witness here. Better than getting it countered, I guess. I would love to draw a land here so that I could play, like, 10th District Hero and turn this face up this turn. This thing does have reach, which is annoying. Doesn't matter right now, but... Ooh, that's a real problem. Left unchecked, Sharp-Eyed Rookie is like an insane value engine. Didn't draw the land I wanted. So I could put Dramatic Accusation on the rookie, but it's so likely to get my opponent a clue before I can remove it, that and I don't have double blue, so it's still going to be cranking out clues. So... that's not so good. Turn Granite Witness face up and play Krovod Haunch. Is that really the best turn I can have right now? Sort of feels that way. I could play a second Granite Witness face down. I hope I draw a land next turn. Turn them both face up and tap some stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's where we are. Ugh. Another really scary creature. At least that one, if I remove it... well, yeah. Ugh. I could try to remove it. Before they get something out of it, but that's pretty hard too, unfortunately. I guess I'm probably supposed to go in that direction, but maybe I'm just supposed to try and race, honestly. Turn these both face up, slam in for 6. Might be our best bet. Turn 1 face up, play 10th District Heroes, not terrible. But yeah, I think we're just going to try to race here. If only my analyst could attack too, then we'd really be in good shape in terms of a race, but we don't have that option. Two cards I don't love playing against. I'm a little surprised by that. Okay, well, let's attack for 6, I guess. Now they've got something. And I can't counter it. And they get a 2/2. Inevitability. Everyone's been playing around Reasonable Doubt today, which makes it a lot worse. I think I'm just going to play a face-up Smuggler here. Dramatic Accusation's also a super mediocre removal spell. It's worked out for us decently so far, but this is a game where you can see, like, the fact that we can't fully remove either of these is a problem. And I kind of have to add to the board. I can't just, like, not add to the board. Because, you know, I would have played it and then gotten rid of it the next turn, but then they would have already had a clue or they would have already had a devil. And maybe in the end that was better, but I don't know. I need these Granite Witnesses to untap. Is what I need. If I draw an island, I think I probably am supposed to remove Judith. Well, that's annoying. Okay, we do draw an island. Are we supposed to remove Judith? Probably. Yeah. More than I'm supposed to remove Sharp-Eyed Rookie. At this point, probably. It's less likely it's going to grow now. Except the auto-tapper just completely shafted me. So now I can't do it. Great. That's great. Yeah, my opponent... The auto-tapper has been really bad in this format for some reason. I don't know why. I caught it earlier when it tried to put me in a bad spot. I did not catch it that time. I guess it's the hybrid costs. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense on this turn, though, because... I mean, that's not... That doesn't have anything to do with what happened. Oh, good. They've got a Glint Weaver. Yeah, we're probably dead. They go up to 19. Well... Yeah. Do we just take the rest? Probably not. I don't really have the time for 10th District Hero to do anything, and I think we just kill this thing. Okay. Be funny if they reanimate their thing now. I guess I'm just going to get rid of her and hope they don't kill me. Yep, bounce that, attack me for 6. We're pretty much dead, yeah. What do we got here? Bubble Smuggler. Face down witness can account for 2 things, but yeah, I mean, we're dead. That game did not go well from the start, and our opponent threw all kinds of haymakers that we could only deal with very inefficiently. So, you know, that's how it's going to go. Well, what do we do? 5 and 3? That's pretty good. Deck was fun. You know, we got Ezrim 4 times or whatever. So you're going to end up with a good record when that happens.